Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
My dear students, welcome to Economics online classes. In the previous class we had discussed regarding the rural development, meaning of rural development, plan of action made for the development of rural areas said to be the rural development, meaning we studied. Together with that we studied about the what is rural development, why rural development is essential for country like India, and as we studied, rural development is required because Indian economy is agrarian economy, it is said to be the village economy. Let us discuss about agricultural marketing system. Yesterday we discussed about the previous class we studied about credit. What is credit? Infusion of capital to improve the agriculture and rural development we studied. Thus credit and credit marketing system we studied. Let us study about the agricultural marketing system. Why the agricultural marketing system is required for country like India. So as we know that before the independence, our country is ruled by the Britishers. During that time, whatever the goods produced by the farmers, so that were not given proper measures, weights and measures. So intermediaries properly, for example, most of the cases farmers will sell their goods to the intermediaries, middlemen. So long chain of middlemen we can see during the period of British rule. So before independence, what is the condition of our agricultural marketing we have to see after we are going to the agricultural marketing system in India at present. So before the independence, as you know that farmers were suffered a lot, it is because of faulty weighing. So weights and measures, they were cheating in the weights and measures. So farmers, they doesn't know how to weigh or they doesn't know how to sell the goods directly to the market. No options for them because of lack of transportation facilities, lack of awareness among the market, everything. Whatever the goods they produced, they were not directly sold to the market, they were sold to the intermediaries. So they may cheat the farmers in faulty weights and measures. Manipulation of accounts. For example, if the producer, agriculturist, A is a agriculturist, B is a seller. B is a whatever A is a seller, he is a agriculturist, and B is marketing person, intermediate, middleman. So this A is going to sell the product to the B. He doesn't know what is the market price at present, during that time what is the prevailing market price, lack of awareness among the market price. So whatever the goods he is going to give, for that this B is going to maintain the accounting means book. So in that here, for example, he may sell the 25 kgs of rice to the middleman. So he may take 25 kgs of rice with, he never gives the proper legal price to this producer. So middleman is going to cheat them. So for that purpose, suppose he is going to take the loans from the money lenders or middleman. During that time they may manipulate the account. So 5,000 is bill means they may write 500 rupees should be paid and they will take the signature. So because of lack of awareness among the marketing and income and money, these agriculturists were suffered a lot before the independence. So that is a manipulation of account. Whatever the real account that were manipulated by the middlemen or money lenders. And lack of market information. So what is the prevailing price in the market, demand for the goods or supply of goods? No, not at all any market information among the people or farmers. Thus, it is easy to cheat by this whatever we call middlemen. Thus, lack of market information is one of the reason behind the lack of progress in the agriculturist or their income during the British rule. Next is low prices for the agricultural goods given by the Britishers. Whatever the middlemen or British government, they were going to give the low prices for the agricultural goods. Whatever the product produced by these agriculturists or farmers, whatever the real price that never given to them, only the low prices they were fixed for the whatever the product produced by the agriculturist for their agricultural goods. There is no justice for the farmers, that's what injustice were prevailed during the period of British rule or before the independence. So they were unable to ask these questions because of lack of liberty to them to ask the questions. There is no legal right to ask the question about the low price or something. Whatever the price given by the government, that is the ultimate or final. Lack of proper storage facilities. So they never improved the agriculture, as you know that in the first and second chapter we studied about the British government, how they controlled, exploited, dominated a country and people. Thus they never improved the agriculture because they know that agriculture never gives the proper yields and it never improves the trade and commerce. Thus they never improved storage facilities. Because of lack of storage facilities, many of the food grains whatever perishable goods were perished during the period of Britishers. So lack of all these transportation facilities to supply the goods from the this countryside to the market, all this resulted whatever lack of proper facilities to the agriculture, that resulted in the lack of agricultural marketing, and it is a big problem to the agriculturists during the period before the independence. So immediate after the independence, so all these problems were known to the leaders who were fought for the freedom. So this planning commission, they thought that it is better to make one marketing system to India through the agricultural marketing system. Agricultural marketing system is nothing but farmers were given the permission to sell their goods directly to the market. So they should know whatever the things, knowledge about the price, awareness about the demand, supply in the market. So everything will be provided through the agricultural marketing system. Best method to sell the goods by the farmers to the market. So what are the things included under the, it is a marketing channel. So marketing channel to sell the goods is called agricultural marketing system. To sell the goods or to channelize the goods and distribute the goods from one place to other place, it is necessary to establish agricultural marketing in India. That's what they started, agricultural marketing system. So what are the main intention behind this agricultural marketing system? Means assembling of goods. First main thing is ಒಟ್ಟುಗೂಡಿಸುವುದು, ಕ್ರೋಢೀಕರಿಸುವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, assembling the agricultural goods. Next one is whatever the goods produced by the farmers, 10% of the product will be collapsed or it will be perished. It is because of lack of storage facilities, as we studied. So storage facilities, providing the storage facility is the main intention of agricultural marketing system. So by that they can store their goods and for the future purpose also they can wait for the future. When the price rises, during that time they can sell their goods in the market. Otherwise if there is no storage system, means it will be farmers will be suffered a lot. Whatever the existing price, they have to sell their goods in the market. Thus main intention of agricultural marketing is assembling the goods in a particular place from the producers. Then storage facilities should be provided. Processing of the goods. So whatever the goods were produced by this agriculturist or farmers, that should be processed. As we know that cashew nut factory, you well know. So assembling, storage, processing, everything you well known. I thought that. So processing means So for example, if the cashew nuts are there, so we are going to make them separately with whatever the grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 like that. So what is the first grade, first quality, second quality, third quality, like that all the commodities, even the rice, wheat or any other agricultural product will be processed. So after the processing then they will be going to packing. So packaging system is also one of the main aim of marketing, this agricultural marketing, and giving the good transportation facilities to the farmers. Transportation is needed for supplying the goods from one place to other place, or distributing the goods from directly from producer to the consumer through the agricultural marketing is the main aim of agricultural marketing system. Then grading, as you know that grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, different products are giving the grades according to the quality, So goods were separated according to the quality through the processing and grading systems. So distribution, last thing is distribution of agricultural goods directly from the producer to the consumer. Thus, with the intention of this, whatever assembling, storage, processing, transportation, packaging, grading, distribution. With all these aims, agricultural marketing system established by the Government of India. So, government thought that it is better to intervention is needed, government intervention is needed to improve the agriculture and solve the problem of agriculturists or farmers. Thus, what are the advantages behind this agricultural marketing system? As we know that more disadvantages before the independence, faulty weights, measures, manipulation of account, lack of market information about price, market supply, market demand, and about the lack of proper storage facilities. So, by knowing all this, these are planning commission and this whatever agricultural marketing system were introduced. What are the main advantages? So, main advantage is providing the MSP. MSP means minimum support price, minimum supportive price, minimum support price to the producers. MSP means minimum support price. So, before the independence what we discussed, lack of proper price provided or given to the product produced by the agriculturists. So, minimum support price should be given to the farmers. So, if the minimum support price given to their product, then only they can increase their income. Then only they will attract to or they will be increase their production. When the income increases, investment increases, production also increases. Then ultimately gross domestic product increases, nation's income also increases. So, if the minimum support price is there, then only farmers will be interested to produce more and more agricultural goods. If there is no price, no one is interested to produce more and more because it will be high cost for them. So, with the intention of increasing the production and investment in the agricultural sector, government introduced MSP, that is minimum support price for the agricultural goods. Now also it is there in the agricultural marketing, minimum support price should be given to the particular goods according to their grade and according to the goods quality and quantity. Maintenance of buffer stocks. Next they given importance to the maintaining the buffer stocks of wheat and rice. Why the buffer stock is required? To meet the emergencies or contingencies. So, food storage is required to meet the hunger and starvation. As we know that poverty is a big problem in India. So, poorest households are lagging behind food, cloth and shelter. So, hunger is the main thing. So, to solve the hunger and starvation, maintenance of buffer stocks is required. That buffer stocks of rice and wheat through the agricultural marketing system is required. Next, government taken the next step is PDS, that is public distribution system introduced. Public distribution system. This public distribution system given importance to distribute the product to the consumers through the ration shops, ನ್ಯಾಯ ಬೆಲೆ ಅಂಗಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ration shops, with the minimum prices. It means public distribution system distributing the goods through the ration shops for the below the poverty line people, and even those who were suffering from the lack of minimum basic needs, food, cloth and shelter. So mainly food grains were provided through the distribution of food grains is possible through the PDS, public distribution system. System of distributing the goods to the or food grains to the public is called public distribution system through the ration shops. It means ನ್ಯಾಯ ಬೆಲೆ ಅಂಗಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, with the justified prices. Justified prices. Prices were fixed by the government. On the basis of government fixed prices, goods should be provided to the public through the public distribution system. So it is one of the establishment of public distribution system, and also minimum support price, that are all the advantages of the agricultural marketing system. Next is it protected interest and income of the farmers. Main advantage is by the PDS and MSB, it protected interest and income of the farmers. Next one is commercialization of agriculture started. Main advantage of agricultural marketing system is people came to know how to sell their goods directly to the marketing, how to get the maximum support from the increasing their productivity. Thus agricultural trade started, that is said to be the commercialization of agriculture. ಕೃಷಿಯ ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯೀಕರಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, commercialization of agriculture started. So it increased income of the farmers. Main advantage of commercialization of agriculture is increased income, increased production, people were aware about the prices, demand for the agricultural product and supply of agricultural product increased. Overall agricultural production increased in India. It is because of commercialization of agriculture. So now people or farmers turn their attention from producing the food grains to the commercial crops. Food crops, growing of food crops reduced, and they turned their attention towards the commercial crops, because commercial crops gives more income rather than the food crops. Next one is alternative marketing channels emerged due to this agricultural marketing system, and commercialization of agriculture led to the alternative marketing channels, emergence of alternative marketing channels. Different marketing channels emerged in India. For example, what are the alternative marketing channels? As you know that while you are going to the marketplaces, many of the sellers, they were selling the goods directly to the consumers. Producers directly, they were going to sell their goods to the consumers. How they are going to produce this means, they will sell their goods through the agricultural marketing through the alternative marketing channels. Alternative marketing channels emerged in India. Just few examples I will give you. Apni Mandi in Haryana and Gujarat. So as we know, Raitara Sante in Karnataka, like that. So Apni Mandi in Haryana and Gujarat started, Rait Bazaar in Andhra Pradesh in Tamil Nadu, and Raitara Sante in Karnataka. These were the main alternative marketing channels. So different states are having the different kinds of marketing channels. So by this, farmers will sell their products directly to the marketing, and consumer can directly buy the goods from the marketing with the cheap rate. That will increase their capacity and consumption capacity, and increase the standard of living and income of the people. Thus agricultural product will be supported through the Apni Mandi, Rait Bazaars and Raitara Sante in Karnataka. So through these marketing channels, alternative marketing channels, agricultural productivity increased and commercialized in India. Next we are going to discuss about the diversification into productive activities. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.